and that's going to be right around that 480 to 500 wheel horsepower mark. Hey everyone, Jake from 80/20 Automotive here. Today we're talking about performance modifications and upgrades for the 2018 to 2023 Audi B9 S4. The B9 S4 had a pretty significant change from the previous B8 and B8.5 S4s. It uses the same 3-liter V6 engine style. However, with the EA839, Volkswagen and Audi went ahead and switched over from a supercharger to a turbocharger. So we have a single turbo 3-liter V6, and this engine uses a hot V design where the turbocharger is mounted in between the V in the 3 cylinders on each side. So with a hot V design, heat and managing heat is extremely important when it comes to tuning and modifying these cars. From the factory, they came with 349 horsepower, and they actually dyno pretty close to that, somewhere in the 330 to 350 wheel horsepower range. So we've got a very good starting point for performance modifications. So these engines are very capable from a power standpoint. Unless we start getting into turbocharger upgrades, you're not going to get anywhere close to pushing the safe limits of this engine. So that's fantastic news for anyone that's looking to maximize power without getting into all the expensive considerations of turbocharger upgrades. One of the most important things here is torque management, but specifically for the transmission. But ultimately, the factory turbocharger is where we're going to run into the first limitation on these engines, and that's going to be right around that 480 to 500 wheel horsepower mark. And so we can get up to those power levels on the stock turbocharger, but to go past them, then we'll go ahead and need to upgrade the turbocharger. Then you've got a little bit of additional room, but then the upgrade list starts to get a lot more expensive and serious in terms of the things that we need to do to support higher power levels on these engines. So for this video, we're specifically going to talk about the more basic bolt-on modifications that can get you right up to that 500 wheel horsepower stock turbo max. First on our list is going to be engine tuning. Tuning is where all your big power gains are going to come from. By turning boost levels up on the turbocharger, we're able to produce a lot more power, and really every other modification on this list is going to be to help support the turbocharger producing these higher boost levels. And alongside engine tuning, transmission tuning is going to be very important as well, just to maintain reliability and longevity of the transmission under these higher power levels. After engine tuning, my second favorite modification is a cold air intake. An intake isn't going to provide the biggest power gains out there, and a lot of people might argue that it's not really necessary, but now we are requiring the turbocharger to produce higher boost levels, and so it is helpful to just bring more air to the turbocharger. That's going to take a little bit of stress off of the turbo. It's going to allow it to spool more quickly, allow it to operate more efficiently, and that is going to give us some power gains, but it's also going to help with heat management from the turbocharger, which is important because of the hot V design. And honestly, it's just a good thing to combine with tuning to support these higher power levels. And that brings us into the third modification. Now that we're running higher boost levels and bringing more air into the engine, we need to make sure we get all of that air out of the engine more efficiently. That means upgrading the downpipe. The downpipe is the most critical component of the exhaust system because it bolts directly up to the turbocharger, and it also houses the catalytic converter. And so the downpipe naturally produces a lot of back pressure, and that back pressure actually works against the turbocharger, slowing down turbo spool, therefore requiring the turbocharger to work harder, which therefore then produces more heat. By upgrading the downpipe to a high flow downpipe, or if you want to get into it, a catless downpipe, we can significantly reduce exhaust back pressure. That's going to free up all of our exhaust airflow, and we're going to then have faster turbo spool, a more efficient turbocharger, and that all in all is going to produce a lot less heat from the turbo, which, because of our hot V design, is important. So a downpipe is absolutely recommended and one of the best exhaust modifications that you can do. After a downpipe, my next favorite modification is going to be an upgraded intercooler. Now, an intercooler is probably going to be one of the more expensive modifications on this list, and you're not going to see a whole lot of power gains out of it, but it's extremely important for performance consistency. Once we're running higher boost levels, we're producing a lot more heat. It's easier for the stock intercooler to get overwhelmed and experience a phenomenon called heat soak, where we're ultimately sending warm air back into the engine. Upgrading the intercooler is going to allow a lot more consistent performance. It's going to increase cooling capacity so that we make sure we don't suffer from heat soak, but it's also great from a reliability standpoint because it prevents us from sending hot air into the engine. So definitely recommended on my list, especially if you're pushing into the higher power levels. After an intercooler, the next modification to talk about is fueling. The factory fueling system can't support 100% E85, but it can support modest ethanol blends. So you can run E30 to E40 blends on the factory fueling system, and that's going to be good for about 15 to 20 wheel horsepower. Now, it does require proper tuning to run ethanol blends, but ethanol blends are one of the best performance upgrades because they're free. All it does is require you to, instead of filling up on standard pump gas, blend it with a little bit of E85. And ethanol fuel is extremely efficient and great from a power gain standpoint. And so running some small E30 to E40 blends is really what's going to be able to take you to the upper limits of the factory turbo. If you're trying to push 475 to 500 wheel horsepower, you're probably not going to get there just running 93 pump gas. And that really covers it for our list of performance modifications. We've got tuning, an intake, a downpipe, an intercooler, and then some ethanol fueling. Outside of that, there are a few other smaller things that you can do. You can upgrade the turbo inlet pipe for just slightly better airflow on the intake side of things. Another thing that's good to do once you're tuned is to run colder spark plugs and make sure that your ignition coils are good, healthy, and taken care of. You can go and do a catback exhaust system. You're not going to see a whole lot of benefit from a performance standpoint, and so cost-wise, I personally would say it's not worth it. But if you want louder exhaust noises, then go for it. You know, you're certainly not hurting anything. There are some additional benefits to a catback. Outside of that, that covers it. Those modifications are what will be able to take you towards 500 wheel horsepower range that we've talked about. I just want to emphasize the importance of tuning and transmission tuning. That's really what's going to be the difference between 450 wheel horsepower and hitting that 500 wheel horsepower mark. Again, like I mentioned, these engines can safely and reliably handle those power levels. It's just once we start getting past the factory turbo that we need to start looking at additional fueling upgrades and eventually internal upgrades. And so it is pretty inexpensive and easy to get to the 450 to 500 wheel horsepower range on these vehicles. Once we start talking about going beyond that is when we need to start talking about more serious, significant, and costly modifications. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and cut our video off there and save all of those more advanced topics for a different video. If you guys appreciate this content, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for all of our future Audi and Volkswagen content.